Hi there, it's Amy from Amy Be Real. Thanks for visiting my channel. So I'm not off the online dating kick. I have quite a bit of things to say. Today it's going to be about choosing a guy based on distance. I live in New England, in a fairly small town. And so the fish pool's pretty small. So I have to be willing to drive, at least 45 minutes to an hour to get to the bigger pool, which isn't even that big. I grew up in the Midwest, and that's big. Colorado is where I'm from. That place is huge. Here, not so much. So, I really prefer to stay like 25 miles from me. And I try not to go further, but those dating apps, they don't care that you say you only want 25. They show you the bigger fish that are like 50, 70, 100 miles. Some guys don't even live in the state. And I'm like, why did you put your location to my state when you don't even live here? It's just odd. It's odd to me. I don't understand. But guys will be like, well, I don't mind the distance. Sure you don't. Yeah, well, I'm not bringing a guy home. No way. I have kids at home, even though they're older. I'm not doing that. I'm not. So I'm the one that would have to drive, or we would have to meet somewhere for dinner. But, I would be driving, and I don't want to drive a long distance. I had one guy I was seeing for like 3 weeks to a month, and he lived like 45 minutes away, and I liked him, and he never reciprocated. And that was frustrating. And I think a lot of guys are like that. They're like, oh yeah, I'll do long distance, but it's when reality sets in, they're not gonna drive. They're gonna make you drive. So there was this guy that I was talking to today, and it just cracked me up because he lives in California. He says he's from my state, which he grew up in my state, but he doesn't live in my state. And I'm trying to ask, I'm being pretty direct, like, okay, so let me get this straight. You changed your location from California to here, but you don't live here. When was the last time you were here? When I was 21. You understand my confusion? What? I'm like, are you in New Hampshire now? No. I don't understand these people. What do you have to gain? Now, I don't think he's a robot, because I've been doing this a while, and I just don't think he's a robot. I just think he's not thinking. Like, what? I live here, you live across the country. It's asinine. So make sure that you stay within your distance, because you're going to have to do some driving. And unless you're willing to do that driving, don't compromise. There's plenty of guys. A lot of them probably aren't on the dating sites. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. As cute as a guy is does not mean anything until you meet him and get to know him. And as cute as he is, when you meet him and get to know him, you need about 2-3 weeks. I think getting to know someone, that's when you kind of start to see the real them, is after 3 weeks. You want to make sure you're not wasting your time driving, because I have wasted my time, let me tell you. So just don't settle. Make sure you stay within a comfortable distance that you want to be, and don't go any farther. And online dating is so ridiculous. I don't know why I torture myself. I just don't know. And I know you know what I mean. Like, you hope there's a great guy out there, and you start talking to him, and you're like, oh, because I started talking to this one guy, and we hit it off really great. He called me, we talked, really nice, seemed mature and ready for a relationship. And then we talked about distance, and he lives in another state. Are you serious? It's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Well, you know where I live. I should have asked. Like, that's usually the first thing. that I ask is, where do you live, so that I don't, invest any more time. So that should be one of the first questions you ask if it's important to you.